Shalom, shalom. This is a real quick lesson. All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and elder bishops of Great Millstone. And I want to say this is just a quick lesson, very, very quick. I just came across this, and the N dub or the B dub in Africa. Okay, this seems like it's Nigeria. Okay, or somewhere on the west coast of Africa. Jakes. The N-dub in Africa is literally praying to get with Moabite men, so-called Chinese men. Okay? So this is a particular wedding going on, right? I don't know if the father is... Look.
That's when you can have the freedom to go and marry again. Because this marriage will have been dissolved by the court.
So she's marrying him, right? Because this is what's going on in Africa. The so-called Chinese is taking over Africa, okay, and they're intermarrying, okay, and the seed that would come from this union of this man and this woman would not be a so-called black child or a so-called African child or whatever. This is going to be a so-called Chinese child that has somewhat of African features because of the mother. But really, the seed comes from the father. Okay? So this would be a Moabite child. So this wouldn't even be of the same race as the mother at all. Okay? This is the thing these people don't understand. Okay? So when you look at this, it says... I'm going to look for a Chinese man at Chinatown to marry. Right? Hold on. Any single Chinese here. See, this is the N dub in Africa. Right? Look, her name is B dub. The N dub in Africa. Tilly B dub. The N dub in Africa. Hold on, let's see. It says, I just opened my TikTok and this is my first video, guys. Is this a good sign? Yeah. I pray to get me a Chinese too. So they're literally praying. And this is not the first time I've seen them say I'm praying to get a Chinese man. There was another video I seen, or a couple other videos I seen, and that was like the first comments with the most likes is I pray to God to get a Chinese man. So these our women, they worship the heathen, especially Esau. Okay, they worship the heathen. They are talking about their loyal. Them women ain't loyal. They're the least loyal out of all the women. Okay, the only reason why they say, oh, we've been loyal, we ain't dealt with nobody, is because none of them other nations really want them. Okay, they're not checking for them like that. All right, listen, Moab is doing this because Moab is trying to take over Africa. He's trying to take over Africa. This is why he's doing that, for finances, for money, for filthy lucre. Okay, Moab's God. Moab is not spiritual like that. His God is money. Okay, you see, and they're so low level and desperate because Moab is not like a desired man worldwide. Okay, but they're praying to get a Moabite man. Okay, and then you got if let's say if she was in China, the Moabite men wouldn't be looking for her. Them Chinese men wouldn't be looking for her. But because they have an agenda in Africa, that's why he's dealing with her. So, anyways, I just wanted to show you this. This is pretty interesting. Okay, they actually the N dub in Africa is actually praying for a so-called Chinese man. Thruuu.